Hi, Namaste, and welcome back to our channel. This is Gowthami. In the first step of learning English, I told you that you need to start reading, writing, speaking, and also listening to English. You need to do this each and every day. But I am not telling you to stress yourself from the day one. Okay, these are just the steps that you need to follow, and that is the step one. So, how you need to do it? I recommend you to start initially with less amount of time. Okay, so that it will be easy to you in the later on stages. I highly recommend you to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes to each activity because reading, speaking, writing, and listening are like four pillars of the English language. In order to master this English language, you need to make sure that you must be able to read, write, speak, and listen. If you are learning English only for the purpose of communicating with others and you are not interested to read, and if you are not interested to write, then make sure that you are at least practicing writing, not in a fulfilled way, but at least you are writing your daily routine each and every day. And not only that, make sure that you practice journaling so that it would be very beneficial to you. So these are the first steps that you need to do daily, and how you need to do it, and what are the topics that you need to focus on while practicing English. I am going to give the link of the video in the end screen so that you will get an idea on how to make your daily routine in such a way that you are covering all these four aspects. The thing is that you need to speak English in such a way that you must be able to be understandable to the other person. If you are spending a lot of time and if you are putting a lot of efforts, even then the other person is not able to understand what you are speaking in English, then even if you struggle hard to learn English, you would not be able to do conversations. So I recommend you to watch the video that I'm going to provide you in the end screen so that you would get a clear cut idea on what to practice, how to practice, and not only that, how much to practice. Okay, you need to understand that there are two different types of activities while you are practicing. The first activity is the consumption activity, where you are going to consume each and everything. You are going to consume daily phrases, daily used English phrases, daily used English idioms, daily used English expressions. You may be learning phrasal verbs. You may be learning conversational topics. You may be learning so many basic steps, right? All these comes under consumption activity. And the second activity is called as creation activity. In this activity, you need to make sure that you are creating something or the other. That leads us to today's video, that is second step of learning English. Okay, so the second step of learning English is to apply or to find out new opportunities to speak or to think. Okay, in this video I am going to tell you what are the steps that you need to do in this second step of learning English. I think that you have watched all the previous videos. That would be very useful to you if you are an absolute beginner. And comment something or the other, whether you find it useful, or comment on which topics you want me to make a video on, so that I am going to pick that topic and I would definitely help you in whatever way I can. Coming to today's topic, the topic is that how you need to apply what you have learned all these days. All these days you are just consuming the data, right? So now what you need to do is that you need to produce the data. You need to create the data that you have learned all these days. It may be 5 basic phrases that you have learned that day, or it may be a funny idiom that you have learned, or it may be something related to a polite way of expressing yourself, or it may be using phrasal verbs that you have learned. It may be anything, but make sure that you are trying to use that particular idiom, phrase, or phrasal verb. Okay, so in order to do that, you need to start thinking in your brain. Why you need to think? You need to think because if you are not able to think in English, then what happens is that when you are in that particular moment or in a situation where you need to start using that phrase, you will not be able to use it will not strike you. You will forget that phrase or idiom very easily. So you need to make sure that you are habituated to think in English. If you are thinking in English automatically without knowing, what happens is that your subconscious mind is going to train you in such a way that you are having a set of words and you will be able to produce that in that particular situation. Thinking in English is really essential because you need to understand that you need to stop the process of translation after some days. It is quite easy when you are following the process of translation. On YouTube, also, you may find a number of channels which produce a lot of content regarding translation process, but I won't recommend translation process after you are capable of framing sentences on your own, because if you mug up a set of sentences without knowing when to use, then it will be very hard to you. And not only that, when you are in a conversation, you will take so many pauses because you need to translate each and every word, each and every sentence from your native language to English. Right? So I don't recommend translation process. I also have suffered a lot during this process of transition. So try to come out of this process of transition as soon as possible and try to start thinking in English only. Okay, that is the first thing. The second thing, how you need to do this application process, is that you need to start doing the creation activities as much as possible. It may be either writing or speaking. According to me, I prefer speaking because I use this language as a medium of communication. I want to improve my English language speaking skills. So I do a lot of English speaking every day. It is really important that you need to understand at which aspect you want to improve yourself. If you want to become a writer or if you want to develop your English writing skills, then you need to make sure that you are focusing a lot on your writing skills. And if you want to make yourself to speak fluently, or if you want to become a speaker, if it is like that, then you need to focus more on speaking. You should not neglect the other thing. Both are equally important. For example, if I say that I just love to speak, I will speak. Before speaking or before making this video, what I do is that I will prepare a script so that I would get clear cut idea on what topic to speak, and not only that, I would get an overall view on which sentences, which type of sentences should I use. Can I use any phrases? Can I use any new words? I would get to know while doing scripting, right? In this way, writing is helping me. So I do both the activities, writing and speaking, but I do speaking a lot. And the third thing is really very important, and the third thing is conversations. Okay, you need to start doing conversations in your step 2 of learning English, because at the later on stages you will be quite comfortable speaking to yourself. Okay, I am quite comfortable speaking to myself, right? So in the same way, you will also be quite comfortable speaking to you. You will be able to frame sentences on your own. You will be able to speak on a topic clearly, and you would stop the process of translation also within 3 to 4 weeks. Later on, it is really important for you to start and find ways to converse with someone. Okay, if you want to become fluent, and at the same time, if you want to be habituated to speaking, then it is really important that you are starting this third step, that is conversations. Okay, tomorrow what I'm going to do is that I would just give you some of the points how you can start thinking in English, so that it will help you. That is all for this video. Hope you would definitely watch tomorrow's video also and get something or the other that will benefit you. So much for joining me till the end. See you soon in the next video.